chasing distance instead of consistency. Everyone wants to hit their 7-iron 170 yards like their buddy Dave. So they buy the same irons Dave uses, and guess what? They still can't hit it 170 yards. Here's the dirty secret. Modern irons are basically lying to you. That 7-iron you're looking at, it has the loft of what used to be a 6-iron or even a 5-iron from 10 years ago. Companies strengthen the lofts and slap a bigger number on it so you feel like you're hitting it farther. Congratulations, you've been marketed to. The real question isn't how far does this 7-iron go? It's, can I hit this consistently? Because a 7-iron that goes 165 yards every single time is infinitely more valuable than one that goes 175 yards sometimes and 145 yards other times. When you're testing irons, don't look at your longest shot, look at your tightest grouping. That's what matters on the course. Consistency beats distance every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Buying player's irons when you're not a player. This is the golf equivalent of buying a manual Ferrari when you can barely drive stick. Player's irons look beautiful. They're sleek, compact, and make that buttery sound when you pure one. They also turn your miss hits into absolute disasters. Player's irons have small sweet spots, less offset, and thin top lines. They're designed for golfers who can consistently find the center of the club face and want maximum feedback and control. If you're shooting in the 90s or higher, these clubs are actively working against you. Game improvement irons might look chunkier, but they have massive sweet spots, more forgiveness, and they'll launch the ball higher even when you don't catch it perfectly. They're designed for real-world golf swings, not Instagram golf swings. The test is simple. If you can't hit your current 7-iron at least 6 out of 10 times with a decent strike, you need game improvement irons. Your ego will survive, your scorecard will improve, ignoring shaft flex, because it sounds complicated. Most golfers put more thought into their lunch order than their shaft flex. They just grab whatever came stock with the irons and hope for the best. Then they wonder why their shots spray all over the place. Shaft flex matters a lot. If your shaft is too stiff for your swing speed, the ball will fly low and right for right-handers. Too flexible, and you'll hit it high and left. It's not about strength, it's about swing speed and tempo. Regular flex works for most amateur golfers, with moderate swing speeds around 85 to 95 miles per hour with a driver. Stiff flex is for faster swingers above 95 miles per hour. Senior flex is for slower speeds below 85 miles per hour. If you have a smooth tempo, you might need a softer flex. If you're quick and aggressive, you might need to be stiffer. Get your swing speed checked. Most golf stores have launch monitors. It takes 5 minutes and could completely change your ball flight. Stop guessing and start knowing. Matching irons to your driver instead of your game. You bought a fancy new driver, so naturally you want irons from the same brand, right? Wrong. Unless you're getting paid by a manufacturer, there's zero reason to match your entire bag. Different companies excel at different things. One brand might make the best drivers but mediocre irons. Another might have incredible wedges but forgettable woods. You're not building a matching luggage set, you're building a toolkit. The club that matters most is the one you're holding right now. If brand A's 7-iron feels better and performs better than brand B's, buy brand A. Your driver won't get jealous. Plus, mixing brands actually makes you look like you know what you're doing. It signals that you tested everything and chose the best tool for each job. Matching sets just signal that you bought whatever the salesperson recommended, skipping the fitting because it seems expensive. Here's a fun fact. Most golfers are playing with irons that are the wrong length, the wrong lie angle, or both. Then they spend hundreds of dollars on lessons trying to fix a swing problem that's actually an equipment problem. Standard irons are built for someone who's 5 feet 10 inches, with average arm length and an average swing. If you're 6 feet 2 inches or 5 feet 6 inches, those standard irons are forcing you into bad posture. If your lie angle is off by even 2 degrees, your ball could be missing the target by 20 yards. A basic fitting costs anywhere from free to $100 depending on where you go. Some stores throw it in when you buy clubs. That fitting checks your height, arm length, swing speed, ball flight, and impact position. It takes maybe an hour. Compare that to months of struggling with clubs that don't fit, buying training aids that don't work, and losing balls because your equipment is fighting against you. The fitting pays for itself in saved golf balls alone, buying a full set when you don't need one. The golf industry loves selling you a complete set, 4-iron through pitching wedge, perfectly packaged, ready to go. But here's the question nobody asks. Can you actually hit a 4-iron? Most amateur golfers can't hit long irons consistently. That 4-iron and 5-iron in your bag, they get used maybe 3 times per round, and 2 of those times end badly. Meanwhile, you could replace them with hybrids that are way easier to hit and actually save you strokes. Smart golfers build custom sets. Maybe you carry a 6-iron through a pitching wedge, then add 2 hybrids and an extra wedge, or maybe you start at 7-iron and add 3 hybrids. There's no rule that says you have to carry every iron from 4 to PW. Test the clubs individually. If you can't consistently get a long iron airborne with decent distance, ditch it. Replace it with something you can actually hit. Your bag should be full of clubs you're confident using, not clubs you think you should have. Falling for the latest and greatest marketing. Golf companies release new irons every single year, and every single year they claim revolutionary technology that'll change your game forever. Spoiler alert, last year's irons still work perfectly fine. The actual performance difference between this year's model and last year's model is minimal. Maybe you get an extra 2 to 3 yards. Maybe the forgiveness increases by 5%. But you know what makes a bigger difference? Buying last year's model for 40% less and spending that saved money on lessons. New irons are released in January or February. By summer, last year's models are on clearance. By fall, you can find incredible deals. The clubs didn't get worse, they just got cheaper. Also, don't trust marketing terms like speed cavity technology or maximum distance engineering. Every company uses different jargon for basically the same concepts. What matters is how the club actually performs when you hit it, not what the brochure promises. Test everything. Hit each set 10 times minimum. Pay attention to your misses, not just your best shots. The clubs that work on your best days are useless if they don't help on your worst days. The best irons for you are the ones that make golf easier and more fun, not the ones that look coolest, not the ones the pros use, not the ones your friend recommended. Go to a fitting. Hit different brands. Don't tell the fitter your handicap or what you think you need. Just let them watch you swing and see what works. Be honest about your game. If you shoot 95, own it. The fitter can't help you if you're pretending to be a scratch golfer. Pay attention to how the clubs feel. Some irons will just click with your swing. You'll know when you find them because suddenly golf feels a little bit easier. The ball launches higher. Your mishits don't hurt as much. You actually want to practice. That's the feeling you're chasing. Not the longest iron, not the prettiest iron, the iron that makes you a better golfer. Also consider buying used or refurbished irons. Quality sets from a few years ago are available at massive discounts and perform nearly identically to new ones. A 3-year-old set of game improvement irons in good condition will absolutely transform your game if you're currently playing with clubs that don't fit. One more thing, grips matter way more than people think. If you buy used clubs, or if your current grips are more than a year old, replace them immediately. New grips cost about $5 to $8 per club and can completely change how a club feels in your hands. It's the cheapest and most effective upgrade you can make. Now stop overthinking it, get fitted, and buy irons that actually help your game. Your scorecard will thank you, and you'll finally have a legitimate excuse for all those shanks. Just kidding, those are still on you.